What is up, guys? Welcome back. So today we're going to be building, I'll show you outside. You can see we have an army of botanists, and in my inventory I have 80 airpods. 80 airpods, okay? Basically I just want to build like this huge, huge. I always get told I sound like some very prominent figure in the US when I say huge. We're building a huge Coca farm, is what we're making. I was going to see if we can get 80 airpods around the place. I doubt we're going to be able to get it all around the outside. I don't think I'm going to want to use drying racks. We can set up like drying racks at the docks. But in case anyone wants to follow this or replicate this build, I don't really want to use the docks because I'm going to assume that if you're at the barn, you probably don't have the docks unlocked. So we're only going to be using the bungalow and the barn for this, ideally. Oop. Let's make sure that's in line. We could sacrifice a bunch of airpods and use drying racks. We could easily get drying racks in here. This place is massive. And when I say massive, I mean massive. This place is huge. Huge! What am I doing? It's like it was designed to do this. Great. I think this is the setup we're going to go for. We can put these airpods on the other side of the pole. But they're going to have enough room to walk around. Maybe we do that. Okay, it looks like a better? Looks like a more efficient use of the space now. Now I need to do suspension racks and lights. It occurred to me, this is pretty cool. This looks pretty cool. It occurred to me my mouse. It occurred to me the amount of rubbish this place is going to leave behind, but I'm not going to put it in a cleaner. This is how we're going to do it. I don't want a cleaner. So I think we're going to grow the leaves here. We're going to process the leaves at the docks into cauldrons. So 10 cauldrons, 10 lab ovens at the docks, just to avoid the cauldron bug. And then we could even take the leaves here to the bungalow, have drying racks in the bungalow. Yeah. We can dry it at the bungalow and possibly even... No, so we have to dry it, the leaves at the bungalow, take the dried leaves from the bungalow to the docks where we process it. And then we take the processed stuff to the sweat shop where we have a packager in there and he just packages bricks all day. I think we're going to do something like that. I don't know whether we're going to do the drying rack step because, I don't know, Heavenly's a bit of a flex, but do we need Heavenly, guys? Do we need it? Anyway, let me do the boring part of the setup where I have to fit 10 large storage supply shelves in here and get these guys working. Okay, I've just run 10, or 5 on each side, pretty much down across the pillars. I don't think that's going to cause too many issues. This is hands down the most amount of pots or anything I've managed at one time. 80 pots. I'm going to press E to manage them, selecting the seeds to Coca seeds, additive, fertilizer. Oh, we got to select destination as well, I suppose. Okay, so basically I just run another row of shelves down here. And that is going to be the... We got a bug on my leg. That is going to be the destination shelves for all the Coca leaves. So let's just pay them and get them to work straight away. I can hear them all marching in. Like a swarm of bees to the supply shelves. And the trash has started. Why is some bags green in their hand and then blue on the ground? I don't know. Okay, well, they've started at least. So, 80 plant pots and Coca leaves in progress. Let's go to the docks. Alright, so we're going to go the 10 chemists setup. This is going to be really easy because we're only doing... basically, it's just going to go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just try and make it somewhat symmetrical. 10. So we still get in. Yeah, it's fine. And then we're going to do 10 into 10. Just lay these out. Like so, kind of. Give 'em a bit of a gap, I suppose. I mean, sure. It's not like that. As long as we're not getting hung up, yeah, that's fine. Then we just go like 10 around here. We'll probably make that a little bit nicer. We'll do that. Okay, so we'll just put 5 on each side, and then we're going to put the last 10 like that. Yeah, that's cool. And then pretty much we're going to feed leaves into here. It's going to go into there, go into the thingies, and then come out the back here. I mean, look. We could probably do more, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to assign 1 cauldron and 1 lab oven per, and then while we do it, we just assign it. Just per chemist, so that way we don't get the cauldron bug. Because this is the only way that I know how to stop getting the cauldron bug. It just occurred to me that we are going to be the ones feeding the cauldrons. That's fine. There's 4 slots there on each, which is, what, 10 cauldrons, 40 times 20. That's a lot of coca leaves, so we can fill all these cauldrons up at once, but I've just left a little gap here now so we can walk through, because we are going to be the cauldron jockey. Okay, so this is the setup we went with. All the labums are now fed into these shelves. We could have fed them into the shelves at the front. Probably would have made a lot more sense, but I suppose we can rearrange this a bit later. Okay, so we did completely arrange them. We shot them all into the front now, into these 6 up here. So it's going to be really easy. We're going to come in, we're going to be able to grab it, and then we're just going to put our oversupply into these shelves here. I'm just going to make it easy to feed into there. But look, I mean, it's rudimentary, it's fine. This is not science. Okay, so it was a bit of a mission getting all these drying racks in here, but we got 24 drying racks in here. And then we're going to have to put the storage shelves for our handlers in the bedroom. So we are going to have to run through the whole maze to drop off stuff. No, I don't like that actually. I'm going to redo it. Yeah, this is always my least favorite part. Assigning the storage racks, the first 4 storage racks evenly across all of the drying racks, and then all of the drying racks into the second 4. So it's a bit of a weird one. But the premium is going to go in here. And then the Heavenly is going to come out here, and then we just grab the Heavenly, take it to the docks. This is pretty straightforward. We are routing all of those 5, all of the 5 storage racks into the brick press, and then the brick press onto that one. So this is where we take the finished product from the docks to here. Yeah. Now I think that's going to be it. Now all we need to do is go to the barn. I'm really interested to see what the barn's going to look like. I have a feeling maybe like 20% of the botanists got stuck, but you gotta remember we've got 80 plant pots in there. 80. So it doesn't even matter if they all get stuck. I just want to see. It's gonna be really silly how much we've produced, and we're gonna have to run back and forth from the barn to the docks probably 3 or 4 times. Oh man, look at all the trash. It's terrible. Yeah, this is a lot of... Oh man, 30 in each? That's crazy. Okay, so that's a full van and a full inventory of coca leaves, and there's still heaps in there. If you want, we could take it straight to the docks if we wanted to. Just process it. And we probably will. We'll probably fill these storage racks up here, and then we'll just take it straight to the docks. So we'll just go... We'll fill that up. And then do the same for the next one. So that's 3 shelves all full up. Let's go back to the barn. I'm thinking, like, obviously we're not doing any mixing, right? Because I just can't be bothered with mixing. It's so much ordering. But you could, I reckon we could work in an 8-step into this somehow. We could fit in an 8-step if we really wanted to. Now, as long as we get more than... Ooh, I don't think we're going to. Ooh, we do actually. That's good. This is good. So this is going to fill up all 4 of those large storage racks. And then the excess we have in our inventory here, this is a surplus. We take this, let's just check these supply shelves. heaps in there still. Then we take the surplus to the docks. So we go bungalow first to get them on the drying racks. Because then if we fill up all 4 drying racks full to the brim, it's not like we're going to make any more coca leaves. So that means the next time we go to the bungalow, we should have all 4 drying racks filled to the brim of heavenly coca leaves, and then we just take it all to the docks. And by the time that's happened, this should have cycled through the docks anyway and be in premium bricks. Where would we set up the mixing if we wanted to do mixing though? We would probably just delete the drying rack step, and this would be a mixing house, an 8-step mixing house. We've done that 100 times before on the channel. 8-step mixing house is not the most simplest thing to set up, and it requires a lot of maintenance. But this is just more for like mass production. So if we want to do it like that, we just have to now fill up the 4th shelf, right? Yeah, and then that's just going to get distributed evenly among the list of the drying racks, the rest of them, and then we take this to the docks. Then we just like sprinkle them in the cauldrons, like such. And then for the 11, we just like put it into this rack here, these racks, and then this is where the finished product goes. So they're just going to come in and turn it on, and then now we go back to the bungalow. I suppose we'd probably wait there for that to finish, and then we'd go back to the bungalow. So this is like processing time. Now the factory's all loaded up, we just kind of chill for a bit. I do want to have a look at the bungalow though, just to see how quickly those leaves are flowing through the racks onto the shelves to the racks. I do want to know, like, what is the efficiency scale here? Okay, so we've got actually heaps on there. This is empty. This has got... Alright, so this is not bad of progress. 20 per rack, yeah? Should be. Okay, so she's not having a good time. So this is not working. This one here. This is not working. They're too close to one another. Which is a bit of a shame. And it looks like she's bugged, so she's not Okay, so there she goes. Now she's not bugged anymore. Looks like these are too close together. They should be spaced out like this, but that's fine. I just don't know. We should be able to figure it out, actually. If we... Okay. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that it goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, back to 5. Yeah. So then this will be 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. So it should be the last shelf, but I have a feeling... What the heck? Yeah, destination set to the new rack we put down. And destination, we're just gonna set it to... Oh, it has to be perfect, actually. I think we're just gonna put it down. We have to... I'm just gonna select it to the last one. Yeah, that's a pain. Yeah, something's a bit lopsided here, but it's fine. I think as long as we have less than actually, I think we're gonna be alright. I think we'll be fine. I think the only place for us to sleep is at the motel. It's kind of ironic that you spend the whole game working towards all of these properties and you just end up sleeping where you first started. I just realized I had 20 coca leaves in my inventory from somewhere. Well, I don't know. I'm just going to put it back into this shelf. So I was wondering why some of these, we had so little lab ovens on. It's because I forgot to pay one of the workers. Makes a lot of sense. I'm not seeing anyone working. We're not getting any... Damn. So a wee while till these cure. Yeah, it's a bit of a long process. Now, I'm going to go back to the barn now, and I'm a little bit concerned what I'm going to find. I have a feeling we're probably going to have more than an inventory full and a van full, so I guess it's not really going to matter. We're just going to be running back and forth between... Yeah, this is crazy. This is a lot of stuff. Again, absolutely no workers outside. This farm, I tell you. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, what? No. What are we saying? Oh, man. This is crazy. They must be doing a harvest right now as we speak. Guys, that's a lot. We're just going to have to take it all while we're here. Oh, no. Okay, so that's all the shelves clear. We got a full van and half an inventory full. Now we gotta go take him. We could take him to the drying racks, or we could take him straight to the docks. I think I want to take him to the drying racks. Obviously, this is a pretty big bottleneck for us. We're kind of limited here, but it is fully automatic. We could have done it manually and probably made it a lot faster, but that's alright. So I think I'm just gonna go like this. And there we go, our first lot of heavenly quality leaves are coming out. Nice. If I was to do this in the main game, like not on a kind of like a sandbox world, I'd probably do this actually. I'd just do it a bit smaller. I don't think I'd have 80 plant pots. I'd probably have like 60, maybe even 50. Because 80 is completely overkill, and I'd probably leave that drying racks similar to how it is, or I'd even do drying racks at the barn as well, and then just oh, not good. No time to waste. I'm literally just gonna run in and start throwing these into the cauldrons. So I'm just gonna put 20 in each. I'm just so sick of this roadblock. Like, it's such an annoying, unfun place to have it in the game. I know I'm sounding like a complainer right now, but what is the point of it? If you could get past it, it would be cool, but you can't. Sweet, that is all of the cauldrons going on. I think we get a little bit of finished product here as well. Nice. So that's all of the cauldrons burning. I think we just need to bounce back from the bungalow to the docks over and over and over again until we clear all of that stuff out, and then go to the barn, do another pickup, and then repeat. So I just destroyed 20 premium units of actual process stuff, just because we're going to be moving on to Heavenly. That was more of like, I don't really want to check. I mean, that's a brick. We just threw away a brick, okay? We just destroyed a premium brick. I could have easily just pressed it here, but whatever. Okay, after a sleep, we're going back to the bungalow. Yeah, those drying racks are taking longer than I thought. So I know there's probably going to be some finished product for us at the docks, but I'm going to shoot back to the barn, grab some coca leaves, put it back into the drying rack supply feed, and then I'm going to go to the docks and grab the finished product, and then we can make some bricks. Okay, I probably should have gone to the docks first, but we did manage to get everything. There's only like half stacks left in there. We probably left like one brick worth left of coca leaves in there, but that's fine. We got the most of it. We've got another van full and inventory full, minus the heavenly stuff that we grabbed from the bungalow. And then we're going to go back to the docks. Okay, so we should have a bunch of heavenly hitting the shelves, actually. Okay, so that was actually a pretty massive haul. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. There's a lot of heavenly leaves, plus the stuff we had already have in the trunk. Yeah, this is kind of the output that we're looking for. And I'm sure there's probably some in there that are ready to be cycled next, but let us go to the docks finally. Okay, so we have no cauldrons on, which is a good sign. We're just going to go plonking 20 in each cauldron. And here we go. Here comes our first round of heavenly being produced. We've got quite a few. We got... Nice. And then some premium there as well. I'm just going to throw away the premium. And then we can just go to the switch shop, and I suppose we just like... that, you know? Great, so a sleep is perfect for us. The faster we sleep, the faster things are going to go. Check it out, we have all of the lab ovens going on at the same time. It's pretty ridiculous, really. Oh, he's got a little bit in there that he's going to take out as well. Yeah, I forgot to assign this, so this one's a bit slower, but... I just turned it on for him. Hopefully it doesn't bug. Nice. So we got all lab ovens on, and we got half the cauldrons stirring up again. We've got little stragglers here, that's fine. Now, the bungalow, let's have a look. We just know those barn shelves are totally stocked as well. Okay, so we got about 5 minutes until all of those drying racks finish. So there was about half a. I'll show you. There was about this much on the shelves, and then another huge lot is going to be coming in 5 minutes. So we'll take it to the docks, put it into the cauldrons that aren't currently on, sleep one more time, grab, yeah, and then grab the stuff from the bungalow, take it to the docks again, back in there, ooh, in between. Oh, never mind. Sweet, so there's a bunch of cauldrons being turned on as well, just from that. All these lab ovens are still going. That's fine. We've got 10 in there. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff in here. So we're back at the barn. We're seeing shelves are slowly diminishing. We've got quite a few coca leaves in here already, and it hasn't been too long. Okay, the next day, here we go, pulling the Heavenly off the shelves, putting it into the back of the van. Man, that's a lot of Heavenly. That is heaps. I wonder what the time is on these as well. About 6 minutes until another huge flow of Heavenly comes through. Oh my lord, massive, massive, massive. Now, I think this is probably going to be the biggest... It's going to be a pretty big drop of actual finished product at the docks that we've seen since we've started. I just walked past the shelves. Let's just fill all these up again. Here we go. Here are the shelves of our finished product. We're going to get more than a full inventory's worth of Heavenly. It looks like we are. Into the back of the van. Crazy. And then maybe we just hang out here for the rest of the stuff to finish. Okay, so we just slept. Look at them all come in. They're going to be emptying these lab ovens, and these are all ready to go into the lab ovens as well. Here we go. This is pretty satisfying. Look at it all go. Then a few cauldrons have been emptied and put into the lab ovens. There is the last of the product coming out. Oh man, it's been a while. We waited for the rest of it just to see, get an accurate picture. So there's at least 2 more bricks, or 2.5 more bricks. Now, all that's left to do is go to the switch shop. Alright, now we just need to start feeding the raw Heavenly product into the shelves. Guys, so we just did heaps of trips between the back of the barn and the bungalow. Barn's completely out of seeds now. This is all full. We've got some extra storage in here. 80 plant pots was a lot. There was a lot of coca leaves, and the game's a little bit laggy right now as well. But here we go. The last, actually, it's not even the last of the bricks. Just still got a few bricks here. We've got 16 Heavenly bricks on the shelf. We've got cauldrons all full with 3 stacks of coca leaves in each. We've got that bungalow absolutely jam-packed. This is probably like 60, I don't know, probably like 80 bricks that are coming through here. This is a lot of stuff, guys. Probably more than you'll ever need. If you, like, yeah, this is insane. Actually way more than I thought it was going to be. Gets pretty hard to manage when it's like this, and this guy's busy. He's just like bouncing back and forth between making bricks and the shelves and stuff, so yeah. And the bungalow is like overflowing. The docks, cauldrons are all full. This is all still got heaps secure. Oh, we're getting more Heavenly hit the shelves. Yeah, this is a lot of stuff. Not sure why this isn't working. Maybe we just chuck it on ourselves. Yeah. Yeah. So before we even get a second to breathe, these lab ovens are all going back on. Cauldrons, I think, are all going back on, or half of them are going back on. Now we're back in the switch shop delivering more bricks ready to be packaged to our poor switch shop employee. He's already made 23 bricks. Finally, it looks like our barn has been completely cycled through all of the coca leaves. Oh, I've still got one plant here to come out. But that's pretty much it. Of course, this is all full. All our drying racks are full. We're having to resort to put extra overflow into the shelves back here. Alright guys, I spent the last few hours just cycling through everything at the bungalow through here onto the docks. We're just about done. Obviously the barn is completely empty. This is all the stuff we have left. I think the last of the coca leaves are now going onto the drying racks. It's taken a long time, guys. Like probably 4 hours IRL time to cycle all of these coca leaves. It's been many days. Many days. Alright, so this is the last of the coca leaves. This has actually taken us most of the morning. We've had to repay all of the chemists. We filled up their briefcase with full of money and they've just run out. This is the first day in like, I don't know how many days where not all of the chemists has come out from work. I think that's going to be all of the cauldrons done. I hope so. And that's going to be all the lab ovens coming out now and going into the shelves. Let's take a quick peek. Man, we have to take actually some of these out. Just I don't want to crazy. And we've already moved overflow over there. So yeah, this is a lot of stuff. And then we're just going to start ferrying it to the switch up. So this is the last of the docks inventory in my inventory. We actually ran out of room here. Oh, we've got a little bit of room now. But there you go. Surplus of 10. That's it. And now he's just he's going to turn all of this into bricks, and then that is going to be 80 air pots with 80 seed. Yeah, look, with full supply shelves, full fertilizer, all into drying racks, all cured, minus a little bit of loss at the beginning when we did those premiums. But guys, we grinded through it. We've got 32 bricks in total. I wonder how much we're going to have at the end. I'm actually going to help him. I'll start from this side and then work my way back. There you go. 20 bricks going onto the shelf. Oh, there it is. We've caught in the middle. 12 more bricks going on. We finished with a total with 10 extra. 2, 4, 6, 72 bricks. So this is 1,440 units of heavenly cocaine. And if you were to sell each at $150, this is $216,000 worth of heavenly. We paid about $75,000 in wages. So this is about $150,000 in cash for all of these bricks. And this obviously hasn't been mixed, and that's for just the base price. If you were to do it at 200, you could look at around approximately 300,000. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. And if you want to do 8-step mixing for all of it, then you would, if you were to 8-step mix, you'd be looking at around $1.3 million for all of these bricks here. If you were then to tear down the bungalow and run it through an 8-step mix. If you want to see me run all of this product, let's not get body searched right now. If you want to see me run all of that product through an 8-step, and then yeah, just have 72 bricks total through the mixer. Maybe run the factory a few more times. I'm probably gonna have to do a PC restart. The game is stuttering. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, a like, comment, and subscription goes such a long way. It keeps me really motivated to make new videos. And of course, let me know what you think down in the comments. Would really appreciate it. Alright guys, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. And as always guys, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.